Alright, in this session, short session, we're going to clean up our drawings and have it presentable for presentation time. So we're going to remove the dimension lines. We're going to erase, actually no, we're going to turn off the layer for the construction line. Let us turn off the layer for the red lines. I can pick one of the red lines and go towards the bottom. At the bottom, you see where the looking glass is? That's where you're going to open that up, pops a choice. You're going to hide category. Notice all of the red lines are gone. The red lines, we can bring it back by recessing. The dimensions were unfortunately done where the red lines were there, so they were actually part of that sketching process. Even though we were dimensioning and the color is black, it was done when that line type was turned on. So when I go like this, hide category, it should erase all of that. So pick the line, hide category, and it goes like this. Now, this one was done in a different line hierarchy, so I'm just going to erase it for now, all right? So, this is the way it is. Now, let's turn it, bring it back, reset. Now, this time I'm going to pick the dimension line and choose hide category. Notice it hides only the dimensions and not the red lines as well. So, I can actually pick that one and again call it hide category, and it removes it. Now I can stay focused on some of the detailed lines that are part of the elevation behind. What you see here is part of what we're cutting through. So I'm going to begin to draw thin lines for representation of the glass line. We already have thin lines, so if I go to annotate, the thinnest line that we have are actually the thin line that's already existing. It's called this one, and it is black. I might as well use those to represent my glass line here. And then I'm going to zoom much closer, go to the middle, quickly take that and offset it an inch or 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to go 1 inch, see what it looks like. And then I'm going to offset it the other way. And then I'm going to look at it, and I say, I like it, but not as much. Let's backtrack and offset it 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to say 0.75 of an inch, goes to this side, goes to that side, and then I remove the middle. Now, I can actually take the same thing, copy from here, and place it here, and just simply extend to this line all of that. Let's do it again. Extend to this line. Notice I'm using tornado pick, all of that. Then I can come back here and do the same thing. I can actually draw the glass line here and then plug it here. Watch this. I will do annotate, detail line. It's that thin line. I go here, here, from the middle. I'm going to offset 0.75, 1/4, there you go. Get rid of the middle line. That represents my glass, and I'm happy with that. I'm going to copy that, those series of lines from that junction to this junction, extend to this edge these lines. Once I've done that, I know these are equal. I copy from multiple, make sure multiple is on, from this junction to this point and to this point. This one is actually a door swing. First, I'm going to annotate, draw the door sill in a symbolic way. It's not actually, usually you have a projection. Now, let's go ahead and draw the other door sill line. Now I'm going to offset, and I just pick this line, offset 3/4, but I'm going to pick this line and that represents my door swing. If I like, I offsetted 1 inch, which I think it looks more realistic. So I'm going to go 1 inch inside, 1 inch inside. That's my door swing. I'm going to annotate, draw a line from this edge, and it was 3 feet, I believe. So I'm going to go like this. Now I'm going to annotate, draw an arc. Here's the beginning of the arc. Here's the end of the arc. And there it is. I'm going to repeat it. Let's undo. I'm going to detail line, choose arc, beginning, end, and then stretch it until it goes to 90 degrees. Voila, there it is. That's my door swing. So that is my floor plan cleaned up. I can represent it by crocheting, coloring the section cut line. But before I do that, I want to make the outline a little bit thicker line. So this line, which is right now my section cut line, I like to make it a little bit thicker. So I go to Manage, and I go Additional Setting, Line Style, and I check on that plug, and that was my section cut line. It's set at 5. I'm going to change that section cut line to 6 maybe, and see what happens. Look at it. It looks thicker, and it looks a little bit easier to distinguish what I'm cutting through and what I'm seeing in the background. Now we're going to learn how to color and create regions. We're going to color the section cut lines, the walls. In essence, we're going to create regions. First, I'm going to create a region over this small area. For a region, you have to have an enclosed polyline. You click on Region, and then you simply choose a series of lines that give you an enclosed polyline. Oops, not that one. Undo. This line. Zoom really close. This line. And that line. It's an enclosed polyline. Then it's right now it's going to fill it with diagonal crossing. I want it to be solid, and I'm going to make it purple color. So I'm going to click on Edit Type. Every time you edit type, you want to duplicate. You never do it without duplicating. It says diagonal cross hatch. I actually would like to make it solid black, actually purple. And I go fine. And then you want to actually not have it filled. You want to go solid. So you go solid, fill. Say OK. But the color, you would like it to be that purple. So I'm going to pick this purple, go a little bit lighter, and say OK. Leave this one background color in black. So it looks like this, and check. So if I looked at it from far, I can actually see it. Now, if I turn off this, I can see the filled region. I can copy it from that junction and place it here, here, and here. And check. And I look at it from far, turn on the line hierarchy, you can see what you're cutting through over here. I can do the region here, these are all enclosed polylines, and turn those into one continuous polyline and create region. Region. I'm already using solid purple. I'm using this edge, that edge, this edge, this edge. Zoom very close, select the edges that give you an enclosed polyline, and one more, it's here. Zoom back, make sure nothing is accidentally picked extra. Check. If it's complete and proper, it looks like this. I'm going to continue when you have more than one or 4 lines or 5 lines, you want to be very mindful. Watch what happens when I check. It says you've got one unclosed loop, and it will show it by orange lines. So you click continue, you zoom close, you go, sure enough, I didn't pick that line. So select that edge. Now it's an enclosed polyline. You check, and indeed it does it. When you are done, this is what it looks like. It is very clear what you are cutting through, and the section cut lines, walls, the lines make a loop. They never cross each other. They never go loose. Loop, 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 loop. Loop, loop, loop. That's how we show the flow.